up. Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're playing some DCS, Operation Blizzard. We're going to be attacking an airfield roughly 40 kilometers away. There's 4 F4 Echoes that have been located on the airfield. Our mission is to bomb them. We have a secondary objective to destroy the anti-air that is located at that airfield. Runway 25 and cleared for takeoff.
Отход по схеме на 300. Подавление 785,6,8.
Alright, throttle at 0. We're going to go ahead and get our takeoff flaps set. Go ahead and hold brake, full throttle, watch RPMs. And we're off brake. Ooh, we're getting some ghost rudder corrections in there. We're waiting for that heads-up display in the top left corner to reach 250. And there it goes. That way I can pull back on the stick just lightly. We'll nose up. 1-1 in the air. Let's go ahead and gear up. And we're watching our airspeed. Once we hit about 400, when I like to bring our flaps up. Yep, flaps up. And now we can go ahead and check. Flaps and gear are up. We are climbing, still at max throttle. We're going to go ahead and climb to about 1,200 meters and then change course to 180, so direct south. And then I'll talk you guys on the game plan, what we have at our disposal, and some of the tools we're going to be using. Okay. Now we can kick on autopilot or straight and level flight. This is the indicator down here. These 2 green lights let us know autopilot's on. And let's talk through what we got going on. So if we take a look at our map here, that's me and my wingman. We took off from Kutaisi and we're heading down to Batumi. And this is where satellite imagery has found the 4 F4s along the runway. They have also located 2 SA-8 OSAs, also known as Geckos, surface-to-air missiles with a 12-kilometer range represented by these rings here. In addition, we're assuming that they're going to have man-portable anti-air defense systems such as Stinger missiles and Iglas and stuff like that in the area. They have a much smaller effective range. However, they function using infrared instead of radar, so we won't be able to know if they're being fired at us. So we do have those ECM pods, and the reason we're not turning them on right away is because in order to jam and spoof radar, they actually emit radiation. So that will broadcast that somebody is out here, and we're not currently being pinged. So a couple of the tools we're going to use, the RWR right there, that's a radar warning receiver, and it tells us a direction of the lock as well as the strength of it and what type of unit is locking us. So since we're not being pinged, we shouldn't be employing the ECM just yet. Another tool you're going to see us use is just to the right of the stick there. You'll see what looks like an aircraft with those yellow lines right there. Those yellow lines represent which pylons have weapons. And then below that, you'll see little green lines. So if we switch to air to ground, you can see 2 green, and it's going to cycle as I select different weapons. So that's how we know which pylons we have selected. And then finally, you'll see us using this bottom left right here, the selection lever. So that's going to allow us to select the number of bombs on the right there, number 1, number 2, number 4, and then also the time delay between drops. And that is primarily used for our dump bombs, or if we had them on clustered munitions. So we pretty much talked through everything here. We should be coming within range. Okay. We'll have about 10 kilometers before we reach the effective range of our enemy counterparts. Right before we enter, we're going to go ahead and kick on our electronic countermeasures. I don't have eyes on 1-2. Make sure he didn't crash out. I think he did. Yeah. Okay. I've had issues with the AI wrecking. So it looks like it's going to be up to us on this one, which is a little concerning. We're getting close to the effective range of the SA-8's radar. So we'll go ahead and you'll see this little switch flick right here. And music on. ECM is spooling. You can see it. I guess it doesn't spool, but it turns on the CAL right there. Or actually it's SAP Russian, but once that becomes solid like that, now we have our ECM emitting. Okay, we're in air-to-ground mode already. We're going to go ahead and kick on our Fantasia. That way, if we begin getting locked, we'll be able to acquire that target much easier. Now, as we approach, we are not faster than the speed of sound. So we're going to be pushing it as hard as we can, so the enemy doesn't have any auditory clues that we're coming up on them. Okay, we're just about there. We need to get a little bit lower. I don't want to risk getting an early lock. Let's make sure we have everything situated. Okay, ECM is on. We are in air-to-ground mode. We have our 25MP selected. We have 2 of them on the pylons. We have our Fantasia on. Yeah, we're ready to go. Basically, game plan, pop up, move that little square box onto the radar signals, lock up 1, fire, break contact, emit flares and chaff in order to prevent them from locking onto us. And then we'll re-engage and try to find the second SA-8. Hopefully we don't take any fire. We are coming up. Yep. Here it is. Six nautical miles, perfect. We are up. And nose down, we should be we're locked. Come on. And Magnum 1, and we're off. Okay, so we locked the first one. Chaff and flares. Now back into the canyon. Okay, getting locked. That tells us it's a strong signal, about equal altitude, and it is a ground radar, so that is the SA-8. We're not locked yet, we're just being tracked. That's what that pinging means. If that little red circle lights up, then that means we're locked. And then it'll start going staccato and going if we've got a missile after us. At which point we're in trouble. Okay, 8 nautical miles. That's plenty of time for us to do our business. And still, hopefully, get back into cover. Don't. Okay, we're locked. See that red circle? Okay, both of them are still up. So our first missile did nothing. We're locking this guy. Okay, we've got him locked. They lost lock on us. Chaff, flare, flare, flare. We're just assuming that we're being shot at with surface-to-air missiles from manpads. Okay, still being tracked. Ooh, one down. Okay, okay. Good, good, good. So we hit the farther one. Let's go ahead and take this valley and we'll come in for a different approach. So that is both of our 25 MPs. So now we don't have any anti-radiation missiles to lock on to the SA-8. What we do have at our disposal still is 2 unguided 500 kilo bombs, 2 29Ts, which are TV-guided missiles, which are good, but the limitation there is we have to keep our sensor slewed onto target the entire time. So if he fires a missile, we're going to have to brake in that. There's a good chance that that TV-guided missile will go off course. We do have our cannons, but that is a real last resort for us. So right now our best bet, safest bet, is going to be 29Ts. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and get a couple nautical miles out from this dude, swing around, use our Fantasia to locate him, and then we'll switch quickly to the Cheval, lock onto him, get within range, fire the 29, and pray we can guide it onto him. It's going to be a challenge because these are limited in range, and we're not at a altitude advantage where we can override the max range and kind of hope that it makes it. But by moving quickly, we'll be able to increase its range just a little bit. So let's make sure we keep up our speed here. He's not tracking us here, and we're not that far out. We're like 10 clicks, maybe. Okay, let's get that sensor on. Button to bore side it. There we go. Bring it back in. Okay, we're moving quick. We're moving quick. There he is. We're locked. (29T) selected. All 3. That him? I think that's him. Yep, that's him. You can see there's the impact of the missile that didn't hit him. Okay, we gotta adjust it so we can get a lock on him. Looks good, looks good. Waiting for it to get into range. We're watching the sensor to make sure he doesn't fire. And Magnum. Okay, one off the rails. Chaff, flares. Flares. And chaff. Flares. Flares. Come on, baby. Get him, get him, get him. And 10 seconds to impact. Chaff. Flares. Flares. And last one. Chaff. Flares. Flares. Beautiful. All right. Autopilot off. Let's do one more set of flares in case that manpads wants to get a little bit saucy on us. Okay, so secondary objective is complete. We're reaching our in-air speed max, so let's throttle back now that we're outside the effective range of that man pad. Oh, no, we're not. 2.3. Yeah, we're still within range. We have to watch that. If that stinger fires, we're gonna feel it. All right, so now we need to work on the F4Es. We should be able to deal with them with the 29T. I'm not sure if it's going to take out all of them with one, but what we'll do is we'll swing by and fire a TV, the 29T from a distance, and see if we can guide it in just like we did with that SA8. And once that's done, we're mission complete, and we'll RTB. As long as we don't get within a pretty close distance of that man pad, we should be all right. Both SA8s are down now. We're assuming that there could be more. I don't see any more, but you know, could be wrong. How far are we? 8 nautical miles, 9, okay. That's good enough. Throttle back a little bit. We can take this one a little bit slower, which will give us more time to get our sensor on target. We'll start adjusting it down now. What we're doing is we're putting that center pipper of the aircraft on our heads-up display where we think the target is, and then I'm locking the sensor there. So we know the target's right there. Now I can lock. Okay, so you see how it stays there, and then I can throw on autopilot to go straight and level flight, and now we can focus on this. Zoom it in 23 times. And, okay, eyes on. Okay, we've got eyes on. 4 F4 echoes. Thinking this is going to be a decent spot. Let's check our range here. Okay, when this arrow gets in between these two lines, we're going to be within range. And we're going to be popping chaff and flares this entire time. And we'll see LA. Okay, we have launch authority, rifle. Still popping flares. There we go. Ooh, all 4 down. Okay. Autopilot off. Full throttle. And we're out. Chaff, flare. Should be right on the edge of the effective range of that SAM. Oh, fuck. Yep. He just fired one at us. All right. Nice, okay, we're done with our sensor. We can sensor off. Now, we do have these bombs left. In theory, we would end it right here, right? Absolutely. But I kind of want to see if we can hit that man pad. That'd be pretty challenging, but we might be able to do it. This is what we'll do. Since he's got such a limited range and a limited altitude to work with, we'll go ahead and climb. And then I'll show you guys how the bombs are supposed to work. We probably won't hit him with this one. I'm thinking if we stay at about 3,500 meters, we should be okay. We'll at least see the launch. So what we're going to do is use what's called CCRP, or Continuously Calculated Release Point. So basically we put the pipper on the ground where we want the bombs to go, we hold the trigger, and the plane does some calculations, tells us where to fly, and then releases the bombs on its own, which is kind of neat. And the way we're going to do that is by first selecting down here that we want to drop 2 bombs, and then the distance that we want apart, which I set for 0.3 seconds. So one bomb will drop, then 0.3 seconds later the other one will drop. That should put us in business. Now this part's up to our skill. I have to put this bombing reticle balls on this dude in order to get the kill, which is going to be really hard. Especially considering we're... Fuck me, there's that little circle at the bottom there. We gotta maneuver the plane. Yeah, where is this guy?
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
Now we're good. I don't see... There he is. On top of that building. Okay, we got him locked. Okay, so I'm holding the trigger now. We're gonna throttle up. Full throttle, and I'm just gonna be emitting flares this whole time. And now I have to align that circle with the dot with my aircraft. Here we go. That arrow going down. You'll hear a tone. And 1 gun, 2 gun. Yeah. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Alright, we took one. Jeez. Yeah, we took some damage. Not sure which systems are damaged yet. That's what we get for being cocky. We're outside his range now. There's no way. No way he's going to be able to get a lock. And we can go ahead and turn ECM jammer off. Did turn that off a little while ago, actually. Oh, we got the kill. Okay. We did get the kill. Let's take a look at the external view and see what we got going on here. Oh, we're okay.